From the earliest echoes of sacred tradition, the notion of a name so powerful it could alter reality has haunted the imaginations of mystics and prophets. In Hebrew lore, this name, the Tetragrammaton, was not simply a label for the divine, but the very essence of the Creator inscribed in sound. Yod, He, Vav, He, for letters that, together, were said to vibrate at the frequency of existence itself. In the Temple of Solomon, only one man could speak it, the high priest, and only once per year. Cloaked in ritual, his voice trembling behind a veil on Yom Kippur. To misuse it was death. To speak it aloud was to risk unraveling the fabric of divine order. But what if someone or something, not of priestly lineage, not bound to human flesh, dared to pronounce it in full? Ancient mystical texts, fragment of the Sefer Yetzirah, the Bahir, and the Zohar, hint at more than mere reverence. They speak of names encoded with cosmic forces. And among these, a hidden tale emerges of a celestial being who, through unknown means, came into possession of the true name. This being did not seek rebellion. He sought truth. He longed not to dominate, but to commune, to merge with the source from which all being flows. But heaven is not governed by longing. It is ruled by order. And order has boundaries that even angels must not cross. In one irreversible moment, the name was uttered, not as a curse, not as praise, but as recognition. And the heavens paused. He was not Lucifer, nor Michael. His name has been erased, but fragments remain in the book of Raziel, in the depths of the Zohar, and in Gnostic texts lost to the desert winds. This angel was said to be a scribe, a keeper of celestial knowledge, one who walked between the fires of understanding and obedience. His role was unique. Neither warrior nor messenger, he transcribed divine logic into light, shaping realities with every word he carved into the ether. But over time, his task changed him. He began to question why knowledge was confined, why some truths were barred even from the highest minds of heaven. He didn't rebel with legions. He didn't lead a war. His transgression was solitary, and therefore more dangerous. By uttering the sacred name, he didn't seek to overthrow heaven, but to become one with its origin. This was the heresy the cosmos could not contain. The moment he spoke the name, time warped, realities bent, the thrones trembled. The voice of God did not thunder. It vanished. And in that silence, the other angels understood a boundary had been crossed that could never be mended. His fall wasn't marked by flames, but by silence. No trumpet, no sword, just exile. The divine memory of him scrubbed clean. His name turned to dust in the vaults of heaven. But the void he left behind became a question that would echo through millennia. Heaven doesn't always respond with fire. Sometimes it answers with absence. The angel who dared to speak the name was not cast down in a blaze. He was removed from memory. His essence was displaced into a realm without shape, where the architecture of existence does not apply. In this place, he did not suffer pain, but erasure, not from wrath, but from divine necessity, a realm beyond time, where identity dissolves like ink in water. This was not hell. It was something worse, a divine oubliette, a prison not made of stone, but of cosmic forgetfulness. The scriptures hint at similar fates. Azazel, condemned to the wilderness. The Watchers, bound beneath the earth for loving mortals. Yet this was more absolute. His name, once woven into the hymns of seraphim, became a forbidden tone, erased from song, language, and thought. But even in silence, echoes remain. Gnostic circles speak of the Nameless One, the silent shadow cast by the light of God. Alchemists whisper of being trapped between realms, whose knowledge radiates from forbidden symbols. Is he gone, or merely waiting outside the reach of time? Some say the universe itself bears a scar of his punishment, a rift in the firmament where understanding falters. The divine punishment, in the end, was not destruction. It was subtraction. And in that act, the heavens sought to preserve themselves from a truth too vast to contain. There is no official record of his name. No gospel bears a signature. No prophet ever invoked him. And yet, traces remain, scattered like ashes in apocryphal scrolls, burned manuscripts, and whispered traditions. Early church councils, particularly during the shaping of the biblical canon, confronted many texts deemed too dangerous to preserve. One of them, never formally acknowledged, was said to contain not history, but code, the gospel of the name. It spoke not of miracles or morality, but of sequences, of letters, of vibrations, of divine design. The early rabbis feared such knowledge. The priests of Qumran may have hidden fragments in caves, or destroyed them outright. The church fathers, aware of its implications, rejected it outright. For in a world already trembling under schism and heresy, a text that claimed to contain the actual articulation of God's name would be catastrophic. Yet it didn't vanish completely. Hermetic philosophers hinted at it in cryptic diagrams. In medieval grimoires, patterns emerged, sigils that mirrored no known angel, but vibrated with ancient symmetry. Even Kabbalists, while silent in public, preserved portions under metaphor. Today, only pieces remain, in symbols etched on forgotten catacombs, in chants buried in Coptic liturgy, in the silent margins of Vatican scrolls sealed away from the world. It is not absence, it is deliberate concealment, a knowledge too sharp to be touched. The idea of a hidden gospel is not new, but this one, the one linked to a forbidden name, is different. It does not promise salvation. It offers revelation, the kind that burns away illusions, that untethers the soul from doctrine, that forces a reckoning with the divine mechanism itself. In fragments discovered across cultures, from the whispered chants of Ethiopian mystics to encoded symbols in Mesopotamian tablets, a pattern emerges. These are not stories. They are formulae, invocations, keys. Some believe they form the edges of a scripture so volatile it was never written in full, but carried in memory, in ritual, in dream. Certain esoteric traditions claim that when the name is spoken with perfect resonance, it reconfigures reality. The speaker does not gain power. They disappear into it. They dissolve into unity. They are no longer separate from the divine, because the boundary no longer exists. The angel who once uttered it did not fall because he defied. He fell because he succeeded. He crossed into knowledge unfit for even the celestial hierarchy. And now, those who pursue his path walk a line too thin to see. Perhaps the gospel remains hidden not out of fear, but out of mercy. Not all minds survive the truth. But for those who seek it, beware. Some names are not meant to be known, and some truths once spoken echo forever.